So in this video, I'd like to suggest for the game to have probabilistic penetration, at least for large caliber weapons. So let me show you what I mean. So in this game is pretty realistic penetration when it comes to thin materials, like let's say shooting through a thin wooden wall or sheet metal or a door in the interior of a building. Then it will penetrate and behave as you think it will. So you go see it through the door, and then it gets stuck in some thicker material. Oh, when it comes to thick walls, then having deterministic penetration doesn't make sense if the material is brittle. So for example, you got here a brick wall, and the game, I think it checks if the wall is a certain thickness, it can go through. If it's above a certain thickness, the bullet doesn't go through. And that's not realistic, especially if you're shooting a BRDM2 main cannon, which is 14.5, which is 50% more powerful than a 50 caliber machine gun. So what would happen in real life? The first shot might not go through, but it would shatter some of the bricks. The second shot would shatter more bricks and would slowly carve its way through the wall. Now the game probably cannot simulate that because of all the network traffic and detail to have some type of voxel system that carves through the wall. So instead of that, I would like to propose the game to have probabilistic penetration. So for example, if it hits a wall, let's say the wall is too thick to penetrate completely, then it should it should take a base penetration of if the bullet would be able to make it 70% through the wall, then there should be a probabilistic chance of 1 out of 3 bullets making it all the way through the wall and perhaps fragmenting into pieces, because that would realistically simulate chunks of the wall getting blown out as you shoot through it, which I think would be a good compromise between the probabilistic system and the deterministic system. Because currently, you don't have an advantage shooting a high caliber weapon into a building to take on enemy players, because unless you hit it pixel perfect between the pieces of hard cover, it doesn't matter whether you shoot a 308 rifle or 5.56 or a large caliber weapon. We showed it here with a PKM. When you shoot through a wall like that, see here, if that's probably 10 or 15 centimeters of brick. In real life, I think the first or second shot with a 308 caliber thing would just carve through the wall like that.